Aboru Aboye. Do you know the difference between an Audi and a Hyundai? A lot of people think that it's the quality. People start coming up with all kinds of different things, especially if you know something about cars. You can go into some detail about how the cars are made, or the import laws, and you know what I mean. There's a lot of different things that you may know about those two cars. But for the purposes of this lesson, I want to tell you the fundamental practical difference between an Audi and a Hyundai is maintenance. It's maintenance, okay? Now, this is the School of Orisha Studies, and I'm your instructor, Obafemi Origunwa. And today's lesson is all about spiritual maintenance, okay? More specifically, the cost of spiritual maintenance. Now, if you have an Audi, you already know this, that what I'm going to say, right? It costs you $1,000 to keep that car running. I mean, what I mean by that is basic maintenance, any kind of general service. It's $1,000. You're not gonna get in and out. You're not gonna get a tune-up for an Audi for $100, right? Your four tires. There's no way you're gonna get in and out. What for $200, $300? Not on an Audi. If you get the tires that belong on the car, no, no. That's $1,000. It's $1,000. Your handle breaks. The seats need to be replaced. Something on the end electrical system. This little thing that connects the wires, the air filter. It's $1,000. It's $1,000. And I don't mean if you go around to Shade Tree Jimmy, who will crawl under your car and be sipping Henny and have your car for 3-4 months. No, I mean, if you go and get it fixed by a certified Audi mechanic, or you go back to the dealer, you're going to spend $1,000 on that Audi. Okay? Now, it lets you know it's a grown folks car, right? You're ready for that. You understand that. You're prepared to, engage and perform and practice at that level. If you have a Hyundai, well, you might be able to get your Hyundai fixed for $100, for $200. Your brakes can go out. Yeah, you can work that out. You need a tune up. You need these filters changed. You need your spark plugs changed. Yeah, okay, you can work that out. Something happens, right? The handle breaks, the rear view mirror. Maybe you can go to pick apart, right? You can get in and out. $100, $200, right? If you spend $500 on your Hyundai, it's a major expense. At certain points, $500 may be more than the car's worth. Okay, and that's what you get when you get a Hyundai. Okay, now what does this mean in terms of Orisha lifestyle? Having an Orisha shrine, I mean a fully consecrated Orisha shrine prepared by a qualified priest or priestess, is like having an Audi. It's big maintenance. It's grown folks maintenance. Okay? You're gonna do things they're gonna incur significant cost. It's just the way it is. If you got that shrine in your house, then there's certain things you need to be prepared to do. Quarterly, you're gonna have to consult Ifa, and you're gonna have to make Ebo. If you have a shrine, you should be prepared to do that. Every year, you're gonna do your annual festival, and that's you know what I mean. That's just obligatory. And you're not gonna be offering your Orisha, a peanut and a bottle of gin, right? Or a cola nut in a bottle of gin. This is a major thing. This is an annual thing. This is a $1,000 hit. That's the way it is. You have to be prepared to do that. Now, of course, we here in the West, I've heard it all over the years. When people hear that, Orisha is not they want Orisha for a Hyundai maintenance fee, then you start conjuring all these elaborate, stories of geopolitical and historical injustices and da 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 da, and it's not appropriate. It doesn't fit. Orisha has always been an Audi. Always. Ifa has always been an expensive endeavor. It has always been a very specialized group of people. You got to figure there's 35, 40 million Yoruba. Not even 5% of those people are certainly, if we get to Ifa specifically, not 5% of them are Babalawo. Not 5%. No, it's a specialized segment of the population. It has always been that way. And it's always been expensive. And it always been difficult. It always has been, very, very stringent. Always. Always, always, always. I made a video about this a couple of years ago, and I don't even remember what it's called, but you may find it. Where basically I liken Ifa and the Orisha as like something you could compare to the professions here in the West. You got a city with millions and millions of people, okay? But only a very small percentage of the people are doctors. I mean, I don't mean like people with PhD. I mean people who are medical doctors. There's a tiny percentage of the people who are medical doctors. There's a tiny percentage of the people who are lawyers. It's a small percentage, okay? And even when you broaden it out to things that are like vocational professions, there's a small percentage of the people who are electricians and carpenters. That's not something that everybody can do. It's not something that everybody has all that equipment. Just think about what it means to be a carpenter. Okay? What it means to be a dentist. How many people are going to have all that equipment at their house to be a dentist? X-ray machines and that thing that swings around when they clean your teeth. I mean, all of that is specialized. It belongs to a very specific segment of the population. That's Orisha, and it has always been that way. Now, the difficulty that people are having nowadays is that Orisha is being sold as like a rite of passage. They're selling Orisha like a baptism. Oh, if you want to be a believer, you got to get initiated. That's not true. That's not accurate. Oh, you want to practice this? You need to be initiated. That is absolutely not the case. This is not the case. Which is why, like I said, there's 35, 40 million Yorubas in West Africa. There's never been a time when everybody was initiated. There's never been a time when every person, every citizen, every Yoruba citizen was initiated. Never. Ever, ever, never. Okay, it's always been a very specific group of people, and it tended to follow family lines, right? Within a lineage, we are dedicated to Oshun, and within that lineage, a smaller portion of those people are initiated to Oshun and are priestesses of Oshun. That's the way it goes, and has always gone since the beginning. Okay, so not everybody is driving an Audi. Only some people drive an Audi. The only difference is that they drive an Audi kind of like Uber, right? I drive the Audi for you. I maintain the Audi for everybody. And so you come and you help me maintain this, and I use it to help you do your thing. So now what we have, to keep that analogy going, what we have is people who are getting this really high tech, really high demand, really, really high, expensive to maintain equipment, and they're using it for really mundane things. You're confused into thinking that if you have a dispute with your loved one, you're in conflict with your wife, you're in conflict with your husband, your boss doesn't get along with you, you're thinking like you got to get initiated to solve that problem. You want a promotion. Oh, you got to get initiated to get a promotion. Oh, you want to buy a home. You got to get initiated to that. You want to start a business. You got to get initiated. No. That is not the case. You got a whole panoply of other spiritual resources that you were born with that can help you to maintain and achieve a lot of those things. A lot of those things can be achieved through working with your ancestors, working with your Ori, working with the Ori of your mother, the Ori of your father. There's so many resources that you have at your disposal. Okay. Now you may have to consult the file, you have to make EBO, right? Those things that may be the case, but it's not. It doesn't require that you have this, a tractor in your front yard, right? And that's what initiation is. I'm just trying to give you analogies, right? Yeah, you need a tractor. This excavation work that's gonna go here, yeah, you need to buy a tractor to do that. No, you need to pay somebody with a tractor to come and excavate that area and then take that tractor home. That's what needs to happen. Okay? So the only way for you to understand like what the full limits of your spiritual capacity is for you to get trained. You need to be trained. You need to be conditioned. You need to learn how to develop all of your resources and maximize them to achieve the things that you really want to achieve. The other part of training, that comes along with that process is inadvertently sometimes, but at least with working with me, it's going to come directly. I'm going to have you figure out what it is you want to do. See, this is the other part of the problem. People are super unclear. What are you really trying to achieve? What's your goal? Well, how are you going to know you've been successful? Right? Just accumulating all these different beads and these different pots and these titles. That's not a goal. That's kind of a means to something. What are you trying to do? Right? And how are you going to measure your success? Training will help you, develop the skills to be able to, like I said, get things done, optimize your power, get your self-agency at a higher and higher level. Training will help you with that. And then training will also help you get more clear and more focused on what it is you actually want to do. Okay? Because the idea that you just want to get this pot, or that you just want to have those beads, that's not a goal. Right? It's not a goal. So I want to invite you to check out the School of Orisha Studies. You can visit at OrishaLifestyle.com. You can just do a search, School of Orisha Studies. Actually, I got on my hoodie today. You can see it, School of Orisha Studies. And check out the offerings. I got 6 different levels of instruction that are available to you that will take you from the simplest to the more complicated lessons and capabilities. And my objective is to teach you everything that you need to learn before you get initiated. Aboru aboye, aboshishe.